excited to have you guys here. You know, when I come in, I love to just dance to this music because that mad love is so sweet. Show love. Yes. Thank you so much for joining me again. Talk with Gina. I'm so excited to have some great guests on. I hope everybody is doing well. Today's show is I Believe in Me. Yes, I'm doing another one of I Believe in Me because there's some fantastic people out here. And guess what? We want to hear what it is that they have to say. We want to know how inspiring are they? You know, other people can take it in. So the I Believe in Me is just everyday people who put their plan in action to realize their dream. And I've got some fantastic folks on today that's more than willing to share what it is that they do. So they are business partners, and it's been an absolute pleasure to meet them. I'm telling you, it's like 6 degrees of separation. You know, you have no idea that you know folks or you know folks that they know. So, you know, without further ado, I'm going to bring in my guests for today. And they are business partners. Hey, how are you? I'm looking to unmute your mic. Oh, you muted yourself. So do me a favor and unmute yourself.
You hear
there
us
you
now?
go. Yay! Welcome. All right. These are the celebrity photographers. I'm telling you, I'm so happy that they are on because their work is just stellar. Okay, this is Blaksmif and Tiease. Yes. Say hello, everybody. I feel like I have like this audience behind me, and everybody's like, "Woo!" Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. That applause. Yeah. Woo! Thank you again. I know that the both of you are extremely busy. Yeah. And taking the time out to join me, I really, truly appreciate it. So I know there is a lot to cover in a short period of time. So, you know, I'm going to do what, you know, Queen Latifah sang, ladies first. So we're going to talk to Tiease first. That's right. We're going to talk to Tiease. And we just want to hear what it is that you're doing. So let me just introduce Tiease. Like, she's just amazing. And she is about her business. So she really fits the bill as far as I believe in me. So she has Grind Queens Photography. Now everything can be found on Instagram. So you'll put the @ in front. So it's @ Grind Queens Photography. She also has an organic skincare line, which is absolutely, I just think that is fabulous because that's all that I use is organic products. I don't even have any makeup on my face. All I have is lipstick on. So, you know, when you come across folks that understand about enjoying the naturalness of yourself in the way in which you were created, you know, it's just awesome. So it's Amber Naturally You. And she also has a page, which is Coach Tiease. So welcome. Yes. So tell me, you know, talk to me, Tiease. Where did all of this start for you? You know, what were you doing before? Like, how did you? We'll take it in sections, okay? We'll take it in sections. So talk to me about, since I love skincare, talk to me about the skincare line. Where did that come from?
Okay, well, when we had the shutdown during the pandemic, I got COVID really bad. And this is the beginning. And I was always into, you know, doing smoothies. And I used to do, for my children, the different schools. I used to go to the different schools and do smoothies. And I had a title there with the PTA and just with the moms, just showing them how to get healthy from the inside out. So when the shutdown happened, normally I would go to like the vitamin shop and get my elderberry and, you know, probiotics. And when the shutdown happened, I walked into the vitamin shop and everything was off the shelves. And I said, and I was really sick. And I said, wow, there's no elderberry. And they were like, well, we don't know what's going on. We know you're a regular customer. And I had to go back home. Thank God I had just one little bottle of elderberry. And at the time, there was no vaccines. There was nothing, no one wanted to go to the hospital. And I had to go home, take my elderberry, do my home remedies and just get through it. Stay in my room and just get through it. So during that time, I said, you know what? When we open up, because I would go on Amazon, I would try to get elderberry. I would try to get sea moss, and I could not get. And so I said, when we open up, the first thing I'm gonna do and start making my own elderberry and start making my own sea moss. And I started doing that. I recovered, and there was really nothing to do. There was nowhere to go. So that's how I started my own business, is through making the elderberry and the sea moss. And then I started making the soaps, the all natural soaps. And then a few people, my dad had really bad eczema in his 70s. And he said nothing was working from what the doctors prescribed him. And I said, you know what, I'm going to make something for you. And then I started making the body butters. And I would drop off the body butter. And then a week and a half later, I walked through my father's door. And, he said, let me tell you about this body butter that you bought me. That you made for, and my heart was I was like, right. And then he was like, it's amazing. He was like, continue to keep making these all natural products. And he wrote me a check.
Isn't that something?
He invested in my business.
Wow.
And, throughout the pandemic, that's all I was just selling, homemade, all natural, no lies, no dyes, no chemicals. Everything all natural.
Yeah,
and I hear that. I like that. No lies and no dyes. That's what I'm talking about, Tiease. I love it.
Thank you so much. I went on, aromatherapy candles, and I made beard oils, and
for the guys.
So many other, great products, which is
wow.
So I use it. My children use it. In terms of the soaps, because they're teenagers. And I make all natural turmeric soap. I mean, it's endless.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm telling you, I love it. It's so needed. Your skin is beautiful. Your smile is beautiful. You are a walking billboard, and that's how we have to be for our own, our own businesses. That's fantastic. Let me tell you something. I told you that both of you need to be on the I Believe in Me, because that's inspiring for folks who are thinking about doing something. You actually did it. The pandemic was really daunting for a lot of us. It was really something, it was tough, but there were a lot of things born out of it that were good stuff. Yes. So that's awesome. All right. So now we're going to segue over into, let me see, Coach Tiease. So what's that? Why do we have Coach in front of your name? What's happening with that?
So over the past 10, 15 years, I was a part of Beachbody. And, I used to do all the workouts and the smoothies. And, I was personal coach to females. And I would take women on the track and just, try to get healthy from the inside out. And, we would just do some, just some light stuff. But, during the smoothies and, the apple cider vinegar, and really moving, people started calling me, you're my personal coach, you're my life coach. And so that's where I got
it. Look at you.
It's about wellness.
Exactly. It's like from the inside out, just taking care of everything, because I did see that, you do a lot of healthy eating, a lot of salads, and, I checked that out. And, we definitely have to take care of our bodies. I mean, I'm currently on a 28-day detox. And folks are real. Yes, honey. Yes.
I love that.
I had to stop drinking. I was like, I don't drink anymore. I had to stop drinking. I said, I can't take a little break. But so necessary. Folks don't realize how necessary it is to cleanse your body. It's not just about taking a cleanse, I should say, but detoxing your body. That's a whole different animal, the whole detox. And, we could talk all day, all night on that. I know I can, you know, because I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. Yeah. You know, that detox.
I'm on a 10-day detox right now. Tomorrow is my 10th day. And I actually follow JJ Smith. You know, all of JJ Smith books. And, you know, after the 10-day cleanse, she has a 30-day, you know, where you do 2 smoothies a day and you eat clean. And it's just really phenomenal. So I've been following her for, wow, more than
a while.
Yeah.
That detox is something else. Last one I did was 20 days. Okay. And let me tell you, when I finished that detox, I was asking around for Spider-Man's number because I was like, listen, we're going to scale that wall and I'm going to win. I mean, the clarity, no brain fog. I was sleeping. It was insane. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, when you don't do a detox, you know, people might think, you know, all right, Gina, this is just a little too much. Right. But it's true. It is so true because, yes, when you eat raw, people are like, what do I eat? When you eat raw, just eating raw that's it. That's all you're doing is just eating raw foods, you know, and what happens, you're detoxing from the cellular level. Absolutely. So everything, I absolutely felt as if like all my organs were taken out and scrubbed. I mean, I've never felt so light in my entire life. So now doing this, I'm on day 9, I think it is. So I was entered on February 19th, you know, but I think that what I'm going to see,
we're both on day 9.
Okay. Yep.
And to add, if you can, go to the sauna and you can sweat it out. Yeah. And then also, I'm not sure if you're doing that or not, but what I include is the sauna and also the detox foot pads.
The foot pads. Yeah, because now you're pulling from your feet. Yes, honey. On top of it, I haven't done the sauna, but I do make sure that that I sweat because I know how important it is to get it out of your pores. It's just this whole detox thing is amazing, and I think what I might do, what I'm challenging myself, is to remain on a plant-based diet. I want to try it for 2 months because I know what it's like to eat the other way. So I want to see what I'm going to feel like on a plant-based for 2 months. If I can go 2 months, maybe I'll go 3 months. But I'm challenging. Yeah, I'm going to challenge myself in doing it because I'm enjoying how I'm eating. You know, it just feels so good. Sorry?
The system is good. We can do it together.
See, I like that. That whole accountability, you know, because on this detox, I have my cousin in Florida, my aunt in Houston, we have a friend in Atlanta, and then there's us doing it here in New York. So you know we have that is that little group here. So it's nothing like accountability partners. Absolutely. You are such a dear. Look at you.
I would love that. I love that.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. And I see you on the grind, Queen. We're gonna come back to that with the grind, Queen. I can already see you on your grind. I can see that. Thank you.
Yes, I'm everywhere, thank God, you know, and it's just a pleasure.
So you're loving it. I know. How do you like photography? You like it or you love it?
I absolutely. Everyone who knows me knows that I've been taking pictures since high school. And I have, when I tell you, the amount of photos that I have over the years are incredible, because I always tell my children that when someone passes away, all we have is photos. And photos are very important. We capture the moments at all times. So everyone who knows me knows that I love to take photos. I go on vacation once a year with my girlfriends. It's been about 8 years, and I capture all the moments. And I love storytelling. So I love it. I do it through storytelling. And side note, I was doing catering for about 20 plus years because my dad's a chef. And I got into it a long time ago. And with the caterer, I would be the only one who was able to either have a camera or a cell phone to capture all the moments with that. And they would put it on their website. So
wow.
For me, photography is my passion. You know, it's one of my first loves.
I love it. I love it. And I love it. I love it. And what a wonderful segue that we can get to Blaksmif. Oh my goodness. You sitting back there. Oh, cool.
He's a legend.
Cool.
He's a legend. I love when she speaks, because she speaks nothing but truth and facts, and she's my inspiration.
Thank you.
What I mean?
Oh wow.
We've been rocking on the stages, off the stages, you know, doing events, and it's been a nice ride. You know what I mean?
Awesome, awesome. Well, let me give you your edification. All right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Pop that collar. So here we are. Oh my goodness. So we started off with Tiease because we did that whole ladies first thing.
Thank
but
you.
I tell you, Blaksmif.
Yes, man.
You know, AKA Carl Smith.
There you
Thank
go.
you so much. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. You know, yes, you know, I had Carl come on through a mutual friend, and it's just amazing how we know so many people in common. And not only that, but we grew up one block away from one another. Exactly. And I'm like, what? So Blaksmif, yes, he is an amazing photographer, a highly sought after videographer. And I mean, the list goes on and on. You know, I checked your bio and it reads like a best-selling novel on a New York Times list. I said, what in the tarnation is going on? I said, this man has done just about everything. Yes. And then as we spoke, when we spoke, and I said to you, wait a minute, one of your mentors was Gordon Parks? I mean, my mind was just blown. Yeah. Like, what haven't you done? Who haven't you worked with? I mean, there's nothing like honing your craft. And when you read your bio, you have definitely worked with the best of the best. And you continue to rock out with the best. So thank you for being here. That's like so amazing. What is it, like booking agent? I mean, and the list goes on and on. So we have booking agent, artist manager, A&R exec, and now celebrity photographer and videographer. You are the legendary CL Smooth manager. I mean, my goodness, I feel like I need to take a drink of water because my throat is parched. Yes. Just talking. I mean, there's so much. Yes, Tiease, that's right. Drink that water for me. Yeah. So, Blaksmif.
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to me. What made you start Grind Kings? Talk to me.
Just out in the streets, out in these streets, just doing what I do best. You know, first of all, I want to give a shout out to all my mentors, Ernie Panicoli, Joe Conzo, Ronnie Wright. Those guys like carried me in the very beginning when I was like walking around with the Kodak throwaway cameras, you know, the throwaways. Gotta get you a camera, man. And also my brother Walik, Erskine Isaac. You know, those are my mentors. You know, those guys is like they pick me up, like push me, and then I just went nut. I just got a camera. I just didn't look back. You know what I mean?
Isn't that something? So how old were you when you first realized, or when you first picked up a camera?
Well, I mean, I picked up a camera when I was young, like maybe like about 16, 17. I went to Roosevelt High School, and they had a photography class in there. And at that time, we didn't have the digital cameras. We had, you know, the cameras with the film and everything. And, you know, we had the black room and the teachers to show us how to do that. And it was cool. I loved it. You know, we used to transfer to different solutions, and then we post it up, and then later on in the red light, and it comes out, the images that come out. It was dope, you know what I mean? And from that time, I think around that time, like I said, I was purchasing, I had like a little cameras, and I was just taking pictures of everything at the time. So soon to be released one day in the book, of course, all those pictures.
Wow.
But
all right, so we'll touch there a little bit. So we have a book coming out soon. We'll just touch there a little bit.
I dropped a book 2 years ago. It was a 360 book. I don't know if you know about 360 cameras. Okay, so 360,
not that much, just a little bit.
Yeah, 360 camera has two protruding lenses on each side. And it's like a fisheye camera, but it's like two fisheye cameras facing the opposite direction, and it captures this 360 effect. So with the video, you know, I used to be on YouTube a lot, and I used to see like a lot of these athletes using the camera to ski,
Okay.
you know, to do all type of skateboarding and all that. When I got it, I went and took into the entertainment fields and took it backstages and, you know, in front of the pits of concerts. And when I stuck that stick up in the air with the camera and took it back home, it opened a whole new world of digital photography in 360. And then that's when people was like, when I started posting it,
right,
everybody was DMing me like, yo, how you do that? How you do? Yo, that's crazy. It's so cool.
Right.
And then next thing you know, my numbers go up. And I'm like, I was at 500 at one point. And I look back, it was 10,000 and 20,000 flowers.
Wow. Yeah, the lower numbers, yeah.
And yeah, people would just, you know, they call me and, you know, it was just a blessing. And I put a book out. And, every celebrity I saw, put the camera in front of them, took the picture, and then I went all through it and edited it up, and I put it all in the book. And I sold like about maybe 100 something copies. Then I stopped it for a minute because I wanted to redo a new book for more. Soon, it'll be coming out soon.
They'll be coming out soon. So then we're going to go just quickly. We will. We're going to go back to when you were in high school. So then after high school, because I mean, you've come across so many people, like I said, your mentors and people that you photograph. So just give me just like quickly, how did this, I know it wasn't quick, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, when folks speak to people, they see them where they are.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't know the journey. They don't know they just see you where you are. So just try to give us a little bit of, so after high school.
I went to before Roosevelt High School, I was in D with Clinton, hanging out with Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan was in my class. Chris Lighty. I was in 3 high schools. I went to Gompers, I went to D with Clinton, and I went to Roosevelt. So at all 3 of those high schools, I grew up with all those guys, all those know, all those celebrities. So Chris Lighty, rest in peace. Coco SWV was in my class. Tim Dog, you know, and then I went to deal with Clinton, hanging out with Tracy Morgan all the time, and my girl Antoinette. You know, I got an attitude, so you know, I was hanging out with her. Then I went to Roosevelt and hung out with all these upcoming breakdancers and stuff. And you know, the vibe was so cool in the high school at the time for me.
Yeah,
because everybody was all trying to get a come up. But after that, I head on out from high school. I had a regular job for a while. I was a security guard. And then a friend. Her name was Kim Burse, and she hooked me up with an A&R position at Columbia Records. Got it to Columbia Records, and I helped her out with, you know, our sister and all the artists. She was A&R at the time, and then I started climbing up from there, meet and greet people, going to all the parties, and then I left Columbia, went to AV Records, and worked with my man Fat Man Scoop, you know, and helped boost his career. And that's a fact. We put his first record called Hands Up, and I'm on credit on it. Carl.
That's what I'm talking. That's right. That's right. Let it be known.
Put that record out, and you know, a lot of information from there because you know when that record came out, Puffy and everybody was coming at us because you know a lot of infringement of stealing the different people's tracks.
Right.
All that. So then moving forward from there. I was still taking pictures. I was taking a lot of pictures at the time.
Right.
Brother Ronnie Wright grabbed me up. He said, "Boy, I'm gonna take you, man. You like taking pictures? Come on hang out with me." And then I started hanging out with him, and he was with all the legendary 70s, 80s artists, man, and he knew everybody. And he's always like, "Yo, this is my assistant right here, man. He's Blaksmif, man. Come on, show him what you got." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I started taking pictures. And he got me in there. That was like, that was like 90, 97. But at the same time, I was a promoter working with promoter agencies and going out doing a lot of shows at the Apollo Theater. Moved from there, moving forward. I I started really buying a lot of cameras, right? I got a lot of cameras in the house, so I do a lot of videos and stuff. And I got all the programs and all the videos, all the equipment, and started really promoting myself. And then people started calling me and hitting me up like, "Yo, we see your work. You know, can you come out and do this and do that?"
Right.
At first, I was doing it for free for a while. But then it was getting too dumb, and I'm like, yo, nah. I need some bread.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's how it goes. You know, the relationship building. Yeah. There's so many folks that came out of the Bronx that did so well reaching back. I mean, even my high school, I was like, whoa. And everybody's just like, hey, how you doing today? What's going on? Or you know how the fellas go, what's up? You know, and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
All day long.
I mean, the Bronx was rich with so much talent, you know, and then you go back and it's like, whoa, you know, all of those different people that you went to school with. And that was kind of common, you know, to go to many high schools. You know what I'm saying? I know a few people that went here, went there, went here, went there. But I didn't know all of that was going on in Roosevelt. You know, back in the day, Roosevelt was known as night school.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't do what you had to do. You were going, see, I'm telling you, I know. You were going to night school at Roosevelt. That's what it was. You know, whether it was gym. I used to be like, gym? You know what I mean?
What high school you went to?
I went to Morris.
Oh, you went to Morris. Oh, you was in there with Fat Joe and all of them.
Like you just never know, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody's just like, it's crazy how it happens. But that's awesome. I told you guys that his resume read like a New York Times bestseller. I mean, that is just so inspiring. You stuck with it. You just didn't stop. And that relationship building, wouldn't you agree? You know, you meet folks, and you know, you too, Tiease, you know, don't you agree? And you meet people, you have to understand how to cultivate that relationship. Because it's one thing to meet people.
Exactly.
But the piece of the puzzle that a lot of people miss is how to establish that relationship. That's what a lot of people miss. And then what happens is that they want to do something. They call somebody up. It's like, oh, you want to reach out to me now? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, come on, in some sort of way, support. Right. You know, so you had that support along the way, Blaksmif, right? With a lot of folks that you knew.
Yeah, just hanging out. You know, it's like it was so many people. Like the club scene was full of people that had knowledge and contacts and relationships and people. And you know, when I hit the clubs, man, I'm always getting a number. You know, we had the Sky pages. I said, yo, give me your number, man. Get your number. And we trade numbers. And then they knew somebody that I'm like, oh, you know that? Oh, yeah. And I know this person. Oh, you know that person? And we just put it all together and then we made it happen. You know, it was a beautiful thing, man, at the time. But like today, it's not like that too much. It's, you know, a lot of people are just different. Like, they a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? When I was working at Bad Boy, doing promotions or in the clubs, just hearing promoting with other artists I was working with, you know, managing artists, you know, I mean, working with Jaheim, working with DMX.
Right. A plethora of folks, right.
Folks, you know, and it was just, you know, you meet people from different areas, even overseas. Right. So, you know, I took all those relationships and contacts and stay in touch with everybody and, you know, made some things on it. You know, made some stuff.
Isn't that something? Wow. Yeah. And so now we go. Now, so tell me, how did you become CL Smooth's manager?
Okay, CL Smooth, prior manager was Jeff Christie. He was also a road manager for Heavy D.
Okay.
Boys and me and Jeff, I knew Jeff from a few artists that we worked with together, and you know, he knew, you know, he worked with CL Smooth over the years. For years, he knew CL Smooth way back. The transition happened when him and Jeff Christie, I think he did an event, and then he invited me to the event. CL was there, you know, we chopped it up, and I think when I started booking CL Smooth shows or whatever, and that's when Jeff Christie kind of pulled back, and I just jumped in, and next thing we had that's my brother now, you know what I mean? We got a great relationship, and we travel all over the place and just doing it. You know, he's a very a businessman, business-like man, intelligent, you know, and is a cool friend, man. Like that's like one of my best friends right now. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. That's awesome. You took advantage of that little space. And that's why sometimes people don't take advantage of that. And you jumped right in, you did what you needed to do. You showed, hey, I could do this, I could do that. And then it was like, boom, it was your time. Exactly. You know, you were prepared.
Yeah,
you gotta be prepared.
You know, I believe in positivity. It was really like, you know, we both, you know, we want the same thing, and we didn't come into like all this ego and stuff. Like it was like, hey, you know, let's work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's work. You know, and it was easy to handle. Like one time, I told the story. I worked with
Smooth.
Stay out smooth. When I started working with like a lot of artists, even Foxy Brown, I managed Foxy Brown for like a month.
Wow.
My boy Don Poole, he put me on to it. He's like, yo, listen, man, take that, but you gotta deal with her. Because he moved on with Mary J. Blige at the time. So I say, how's working with Mary J. Blige? He said, man, it's a breath of fresh air. And it's just like with CL, when I was working with a lot of artists prior to CL, I didn't really have too many issues with other artists. You know, it was just, you know, discrepancies here and there. But CL was like, he was different brother, man. He was a different type of artist. You know what I'm saying? He's not a brother just, you know, yo, I need this, I need that, bro. And, you know, and nah, he was just cooled out, you know, and he just, you know, let me do my job, and, you know, he do his job, and you know, we just hit it off, man. And now he's working on his EP, working on some different events. We did Carnegie Hall together with CL.
Wow.
That was
You know how people, you know, so they ask, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? You ever been asked that? They say, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? And you know the answer? Practice. See what I'm saying? That's the only way you get to Carnegie Hall. So he was doing his thing.
Relationships, because when D Nice called me, because when D Nice put the flyer out and said, "Yo, I'm doing Carnegie Hall with the hip hop," you know, I think he had Big Daddy. No, before he had Big Daddy Kane, he had Slick Rick and.
Okay.
I hit him up. You know, I grew up with D Nice, so I hit him up. I said, "Yo, D, I got CL, bro. You know, CL, let me know."
I grew up with D Nice. I love it.
You know, we did.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know you're supposed to book it down too. Go ahead.
So then, you know, he hit me back, and maybe like a week later, and he said, "Yo, Black, yeah, you're right. I need to have CL." And then we went to the studio, and it was all she wrote from there. You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And then that's another thing. You know, I tell these young brothers, man, when you meet people, man, try to keep those relationships. Don't burn your relationships, man.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying.
I'm like, they burn a lot of them. I'm like, dog, I'm good.
Right.
Moving.
Right. Don't burn it. I totally agree with you. You can't do that. I mean, if I burned relationships, I probably would not have had the introduction, you know, to you. And then, you know, with Tiease coming on. And it's just so important. You know, there's a lot of folks that we talk, oh, you know this person, when I told you, you know, where I grew up, and then you threw out a name, and I was like, oh, yeah, of course. And I was like, throw another name out. Oh, yeah, of course. And then, you know, like all of these folks, like I said, we know in common is, you know, these are years and years and years and years I've known these people, you know, but it's relationship building. Yes. You know, when you respect people, because I'm very big on that respecting. You respect folks, come on. You know, all goodness is going to come back to you.
I remember back in the day, people used to hate on me, and they used to like, yo, why are you kissing his ass and just doing this and doing that? I'm like, I'm trying to get my thing on. Let me do my thing.
Right.
And then when I got on, and with all that ass kissing that they say I did or whatever, it was like, oh, yo, Black, yo, hook me up with some tickets, yo, Black.
You see that?
Boy, let me carry your bag into the backstage with blah blah blah. You know, I'm like, what happened to I'm kissing ass?
Yeah,
all that.
Exactly. Because again, like what I was saying before, people see you where you are now, and then they just want to piggyback on it, but they're not willing to put that work in. But they have something to say about it, and that's where you have to stay focused. Yeah. That's where you have to say, you know what it is that you want to do, and you do what it is that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? To get to the goal. That's.
But at the same time, you know, I'm humble. You know what I mean? I've never been that type of person and just like, you know, hold that grudge and stuff like that. You know, I'm always, you know, regardless, you know, at the time, you know, I used to be, you know, look at people as like, you came at me crazy, fam. You know what I'm saying? And then now it's like, whatever, man. You know what I mean? If I can hook you up, I'll hook you up. It's not,
Right. It doesn't make any sense to hold that grudge, you know. Like that goes back to wellness. That goes back to wellness, Blaksmif. You know what I'm saying? You have your organs all wrapped up and tight, and then you know you go to the doctor and they diagnosing you with something because you're all angry inside. It's not worth it.
Not worth it.
You know, it's just not worth it.
She helped me out with that. That's why we built a good bond. You know? And you know she's incredible, y'all.
Wow.
Incredible. So she helped me out with a whole lot of stuff. So I'm really blessed to have a good partner. And we on the road with CL, and we got a lot of dates coming up this year, you know, and we're gonna be rocking, man. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So
it's the anniversary of hip hop.
Exactly.
That's right. The 50th anniversary of hip hop, and it started where? Where hip hop started?
In the Bronx.
That's right. Blaksmif is from. Gene is from.
I mean, you know 169 Washington Avenue.
Calling it out. Calling it out.
You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. That block was hot. That was it.
We celebrate all our legends.
Yeah, all the legends.
Yes, and we give them their flowers.
Shout out to Kaz, Grandmaster Kaz.
That's right. Call the names. Call the names. That's right.
Sugar Hill Gang, Melly Mel, the Furious Five. Those all on my fams. Everybody, man. You know,
I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, Kara's one. I grew up, you know, and people don't. When I tell people the story, like Kara's one, like some of my family, if they're on there right now, live on the block, they know Kara's one. Even though he stays in Brooklyn, stayed. Him and Scholar Rock lived in my building. I lived on the 9th floor. Scholar Rock lived in 6A. I live in 9A. He lived in 6A. And him and Chris would be in the front lobby all the time, kicking it. And me and Scholar Rock used to work together at the shelter right there on 167th Street.
See that?
And then next door was Ultramedic MCs. So they created all the sounds for Boogie Down Productions and Kool Keith.
History.
Brothers. I grew up with all those brothers. You know what I mean?
See that? History. You know, it wasn't uncommon to see them, you know, walking around. I mean, that's just how it was, you know, and those were our superstars. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was too big to say hello. It was definitely a different time back then. It was awesome. You know, when I went to high school.
The Peter Gunn. All the legends.
I mean, come on. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. You know, just amazing. Yeah. Just amazing. You know, I'm glad I grew up in the Bronx.
Now, you knew some famous people in the neighborhood.
Is that right?
Did you?
Just some people. Some people that I went to high school with. You know, like Rod. I went to school with Rod Stapleton. I went to school with Capone.
Oh yes, love Rob.
You know, Rob. So, you know, there were a few folks that I went to school with. I went to school with Chris Love, DJ Chris Love.
Okay.
You know, yeah, there's quite a few folks that were in the
that was Rob with the Morris?
Rob Stapleton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, for a shortstop. Yeah. So, you know, again, you just never know, you know, who you're in school, what's gonna happen, how we gonna do what we do, you know. It was really a cool time. Wow. You know, it really,
fifth
I'm sorry.
He was married 5 years. We were just with Rob Stapleton.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah, she's beautiful. I've never met her, but I've seen her in pictures.
Yeah. You ever been to salsa on Tuesdays?
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you about supporting. You know, I've supported a few times, and that's what it's about. You know what I mean? I don't have to speak to people every single day, but just knowing that they're doing something, if I have the opportunity, yeah, I'm going to support. I slowed down a lot since the pandemic.
Right.
You know, but for the most part, you know, I do my best to get out and support if I can. So, you know, that's what it is. And when you asked me about, you know, if I knew somebody in the, you know, where I grew up in the building, those folks lived the floor above me, right above me. So it's so funny, you know, interesting. That's how it goes. So what's
the world?
Yep, this whole world. So you
red alert.
No. The boat ride we did at night.
The shadow boat ride.
No. It was a private party on the yacht late night.
With Peter Guns and
right. So the guy, no. The guy, it was like a midnight cruise.
Oh yes.
Right. So the guy that ran it is the guy we know together. His name is Styles.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he had
that was fun. That was fun.
And we went on the
and he's the one that, as I told you, he's the one who produced the music for my show, Mad Love. Yes, I love it.
Oh, awesome.
So it's a small world. Like I was like,
very small world. Yep. We grew up. We grew up.
Right.
Yeah, I know. She
lived above. She lived on the floor above me. You know, the family. So it's like we know a lot of people in common.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That really is crazy. Oh my God. I'm telling you, I'm so happy that the both of you, you know, joined me today. Is there anything, what's coming up? You know, I know you mentioned something about, what is it, Drink Champs that CL Smooth is going to be on?
Yeah. We're still waiting for the date, but I got the call the other day, and so CL will be on Drink Champs at Revolt TV.
Okay.
We also CL been inducted ceremony for the Hip Hop Museum in DC. So that's in March 11th.
March 11th.
So he's gonna be getting awards and all the trinkets that day with Dress from Blaksmif and Dress and there's another artist, I can't even think of his name right now.
So so much going on. I mean,
and we're working on a worldwide tour right now.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, the both of you are definitely grind king and grind queen. You guys are doing it, and I thank you so very much. I mean, please, everybody, please check out Tiease with her natural line. That's at Amber Naturally You. Is actually at Amber _naturally _you. You know, I got you, Tiease. We're gonna make sure that I say it right so people can find you. You know what I mean? So please check her out. Definitely you can get more information about Blaksmif on www.allgrindentertainment.com. I mean,
I gotta update the website, so there's a lot of I gotta update it, but you know
that's all. You know, but you'll be able to find him. Tell us what your IG is.
At Blaksmif, BLAKSMIF.
At Blaksmif, that's right, BLAK.
All grind _entertainment as well.
Y'all heard it. I mean, I feel blessed. All of you should feel blessed that they're on the show today. I mean, I thank all of you so very much for joining us. I'm going to tell you something quickly. I'll tell you, we had a lot of comments.
You're amazing.
Yes, thank you.
Say it again so they can hear you in the back.
You are amazing.
One more time.
You are amazing. Listen to them plants back there growing right now. They're growing.
Thank you so very much. You guys are really great. Thank you. We had some lovely comments. It was like great info, saying hello. We have Diana King. She says she knows Ronnie Wright too. You know, so thank you for also sharing, because that's so important. You know, that you guys took the time out to share the information with the folks that you know. And I really appreciate that. So if you like what you heard, do me a favor, you know, click that like button, subscribe. We could keep bringing some great content. You can reach out at Talk with Gina. Let me know if you want to hear, you know, somebody, maybe we can get someone on. I can't guarantee, but we can only hope that they could come on. You know what I mean? And share some love with all of us. But thank you so much again to the both of you. It's been my absolute pleasure having the both of you on. And I wish you nothing much. I wish you nothing else but, you know, more success on and on and on and on. You know, thank you. You know, we had that little mad love. So y'all gotta give me a little jig with a little dance on that mad love, because we shared a lot of. very much. The both of you have been great. I wish you nothing but continued success. Take care, take care, take care. All right? Bye-bye for now. All right. Take care. Thank you all for joining me on another wonderful show. We had Blaksmif. We had Tiease. I'll be bringing you some more shows. Thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure. You know, I cannot end this show, ever end this show without thanking my sponsor, because if you don't have a sponsor, it's tough to do a show. So thank you so much, PPI, specializing in city, state, and government contracts. Always. We love you. We thank you for believing in us. Don't forget www All Grind Entertainment. And then we also have Tiease. I mean, there is so much that she's done. You can check her out at Coach Tiease. That's at Coach Tiease, Tiease, and all of the businesses that she's involved in. You'll be able to find her there. Once again, thanks again, and all of you. Take care. You know, we're going to always end with our mad love, right? Because I shared that mad love with all of you, and all of you gave it right back to me by just being here with me and enjoying. So all of you take care as we end out on that mad love. Isn't that right? Bye-bye now. Thank you.
Yo.